All right, let's just jump right into this. What if I told you that you could take the entire process of launching a new business, something that usually takes months, maybe 8 weeks if you're really hustling, and you could crunch that entire timeline down into a single 8-hour day? I know, it sounds kind of nuts, but thanks to this new wave of AI tools, that's exactly the reality we're going to break down right now.
So this whole idea really kicked off with venture capitalist Arlan Hamilton. She had this framework she'd built for starting a $1 million business in 8 weeks. But then she started messing around with these new AI tools and had this huge light bulb moment. She realized, wait a second, what used to take 8 weeks can now be done in 8 hours. That one thought just completely changes the game for modern entrepreneurship. And this chart right here, this is the whole story. The old way was a total marathon, right? All these slow manual tasks, and every single one was a potential place to just give up. The new way, it's a sprint. AI basically automates the boring stuff, the research, the coding, the setup, turning weeks of pain into just minutes of progress. It's not just about being faster, it's about tearing down the walls that stop so many great ideas from even seeing the light of day.
So where do you even begin? The clock's officially ticking, and hour one is all about one thing: finding that killer idea. This is the research and development phase.
Traditionally, this first step was this long, lonely journey of soul searching. You'd have to sit there and ask yourself these really deep questions, trying to find that perfect overlap between what you love to do, what other people actually need, and, what they'll pay for.
But here's the thing, you don't have to do that alone anymore. An AI, like ChatGPT, a large language model, becomes your personal thinking partner. Think of it as your own private lab for running experiments, your personal think tank for brainstorming, and your own studio for creating. It turns that lonely process into this incredible, dynamic conversation.
And this is where it gets super practical. You can literally have a direct conversation with the AI. You can feed it your resume and ask, what am I uniquely good at? You can ask it to be brutally honest about your weaknesses. You can even ask it, hey, what else do you need to know about me to help me better? What used to take months of navel-gazing can now be uncovered in a few minutes. It's wild.
All right, hour one is done. We're moving into the next 2-hour block. This is where we take that fuzzy idea and start shaping it into a concrete offer that people will actually want to buy.
So, once you've got a handle on your unique strengths, you can use AI to figure out how to package them up. You can show it these common online business models and literally have a conversation about which one makes the most sense for you. Are you meant to be a consultant, a course creator? Should you sell physical products? The AI can help you game it all out.
And you can get really specific. So let's say your big idea is helping people with AI. You could ask the AI to compare 2 totally different paths. On one side, you've got a high-touch consulting offer. On the other, maybe a scalable software tool. The AI can instantly break down the pros and cons of each, helping you make a smart, strategic choice in a tiny fraction of the time it used to take.
Okay, we are now entering the final stretch, hours 4 through 8. And this is the part that used to be the brick wall for almost every aspiring entrepreneur. Actually building the thing. And folks, this is where things get truly mind-blowing.
So we've got to understand a really important difference here. We're not talking about a simple chatbot anymore that just answers questions. We're talking about something called an AI agent. And an agent, like the tool Replit, which is an online coding environment, doesn't just talk to you, it does things for you. It's basically your personal software developer that writes code, fixes its own mistakes, and builds a real working application from scratch.
The whole process is, it's almost laughably simple. Step 1, you just describe what you want in plain English, like you're talking to a person. Step 2, the AI agent just gets to work, writing all the code, debugging itself, the whole shebang. And step 3, you click one button and bam, your creation is live on the internet for the world to see. That's it.
And look, this isn't just some theory from a textbook. This is a real-world example. Arlan used this exact process with Replit to build the live website for her high-ticket YouTube consulting business. She did it over a weekend, which fits perfectly into this 8-hour framework we're talking about.
This quote from Arlan just says it all. It perfectly captures how insane this is. She literally told the AI what to do and then went to sleep. She woke up the next morning to a message saying, "Good morning, your website's done." Think about that. You have a tireless developer working for you 24/7.
So what's the big takeaway here? When the tools to build something are this easy and this accessible to literally everyone, the old barriers to entry just crumble. The new competitive advantage, the thing that sets you apart, isn't some secret technical skill. It's just how quickly you're willing to jump in, embrace this new technology, and learn as you go.
And that requires a very specific mindset. Arlen calls it being hungry, not thirsty. See, the thirsty person wants that instant win. They quit if their first try isn't perfect, but the hungry person, the one who's going to win in this new world, they get that this whole thing is a process. They put a version 1 out there, see what happens, and just keep iterating and improving. They're playing the long game.
All right, we have covered the entire 8-hour framework, from a spark of an idea all the way to a finished product. So now, it's time to turn all this talk into action.
So here it is, your challenge. 2 simple steps. First, for everybody, spend just 1 hour with ChatGPT and see if you can nail down a simple offer that could realistically make your first $100. And for those of you who are ready for the next level, take that offer and use a tool like Replit to build a super basic one-page website for it.
The tools are here, the path is clearer and faster than it has ever been in human history. Seriously, the only real barrier left is just getting started. So the final question isn't whether it's possible, it's just this: what are you going to build?